That's great, and I'll keep it snappy. If you're anything like me, I know the hunger pains are starting to come in. So, Ross Curran is my name, and I'm coming to talk to you here from an organisation called Enterprise Ireland. So we're the state technology and export agency from the island the Republic of Ireland. So, I'll just show you a little clip here, very quickly, if I can.
To your back garden.
In what world can you open an app and get a coffee delivered to your door in 2 minutes and 40 seconds? Mana Drones, this is an Irish company, a last mile logistics provider. We heard about last mile logistics earlier on, almost like a small cargo airline. Brings everyday products, groceries, medicines to the front or back garden of your house. So up until now, drones have mainly been used for deliveries of medicines, medical products. So I think this is really showing a vision of transporting everyday things to everyday people everywhere. And just to give you a little snapshot, so today what I'd like to do is give you a sense of maybe some of the technologies that are being produced in Ireland, particularly around the theme of sustainability, mobility, and I suppose the green agenda more generally. So always good to do a little reviser first. So that's Ireland. So west coast of Europe. We're not the UK. Also not, for instance, Iceland, which strangely gets confused with a lot here in India. We small country, but with a big innovation mandate and ecosystem. So really, just a few snapshots really in terms of innovations coming out of Ireland at the moment around three key areas today. First one is around efficiency. So really in terms of technologies underpinning urbanization that we see globally and making our urban environment more efficient. Also around connectivity, mobility we've heard a lot about today. And finally, something that hasn't been talked about too much, but I know it's in the headline of the conference, which is trust and security and obviously a really core component of sustainability going forward. First company I'd like to talk to you about is City Swift. So cities throughout the world are changing. They're getting larger, they're getting smarter, and our vision of a green future is a city that's more efficient, more connected, and more secure. So in order to get to your destination, very relevant for Bangalore. I've been here many times, and the traffic never fails to surprise me. A company called City Swift from the west coast of Ireland, really transforming the way data around transportation is analysed and actioned. So they work with, for example, the New York Subway, Transport for London, National Rail, National Express in the UK as well. And really what they're all about is monitoring statistics, passenger numbers, peak locations, usage, delays, and it really allows transport authorities to plan their networks better and more efficiently, improving the passenger experience, making transport more reliable so people want to take transport instead of jumping in their cars. So that's City Swift, really good company. Talk about Siren as well. So we talked about security and trust. So Siren, they work with police forces, intelligence agencies and law enforcement agencies, and really what they provide is essentially think Google or Google search for law enforcement agencies. They also work with corporations as well. So it's to protect their assets, networks against fraud, cyber criminals, etc. So they've partnered with non-profit organizations like the Anti-Human Trafficking Intelligence Initiative and the National Child Protection Task Force, who used its technology to solve complex intelligence problems, identify hackers, and reduce human trafficking as well. So we see this as a really important part of sustainability going forward. Finally, this is a connected world, increasingly so. Really good company from Dublin called Druid as well, working right here in India, building out the next generation 5G networks all across this country, and underpinning that smart city concept. So really good company to reach out to, and happy to connect if there's anybody here who's interested in doing that. So very quickly, a little bit about what we do. So we're based in Mumbai at the Irish Consulate. We have 50 offices globally, and essentially think of us as conduits to over 5,000 Irish companies who are from startup stage all the way to globally competitive and competing internationally. We do a lot of investments, so we're the #1 organization in Europe by deal count. So we make a lot of bets on companies and startups, and then we use our overseas network to connect them in with innovation ecosystems, investors, partners overseas as well. We've been here since 2006, so we're not going anywhere, and always happy to see you in Mumbai if anyone wants to reach out for a coffee. And I think one of the things we're really excited about is a really massively increasing in the Ireland trade flows as well. All of this is underpinned, of course, by the human connections, and one of the things we're really seeing now is many thousands of Indian students, particularly in the technology sphere, I should say, coming to Ireland, making that their location for work, for study, etc. And many of those are coming back to found companies here in India as well, particularly in the sustainability side as well. That's something we've seen. Just a shout out to Archa now, who's joining us from TTM Healthcare today. Version 1 as well. I think they might be in the room. These are two companies, and this is speaking, I suppose, to India-Ireland connections more generally. Global capability centers here in Bangalore. I think there's huge scalability there coming down the line, and there has been over a number of years, the last number of years, and what we're seeing is a huge change in the value of work that's being done here, particularly on the engineering side now here in India as well, where the talent can be so readily found here in Bangalore. So that's my contact details. Take a photo if you'd like. Happy to grab a coffee next time you're in Mumbai in BKC, and I'll see you all over lunch, which I'm looking forward to now. So thank you very much.